Create a high contrast image in Photoshop, black and white high contrast image. This is the image for Akhenaten, which is the Metropolitan Opera. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the image black and white. You do that by coming up here to Image, Mode, Grayscale. And it discards all the color information. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create what is called an adjustment layer. So I go to Layer, New Adjustment Layer. I think I'll start with Brightness Contrast, and then we'll see from there. I'm going to hit OK. Now, I have this menu that pops up. This is the Properties menu. This arrow represents the brightness. Right now, it's right in the middle. This arrow represents the contrast. So let's turn the contrast all the way up. That's not bad. Maybe I want a little bit more in the moon, and so I'll turn the brightness all the way up. And you can keep this, right? Now, when I started with this file, it was a JPEG. The moment I hit save, it's going to force me, it's going to say to me, nope, you have to save this as a Photoshop document, a PSD file. Watch. Save. And it says this document cannot be saved as a JPEG. That's because I added this adjustment layer. I'm going to hit OK. And so see that? PSD. So I'll call it Akhenaten, and I'll put it in my images folder, and I'll hit save. Now, you say to me, why not just save it as a PNG? Why add the extra adjustment layer? I'm adding the extra adjustment layer because if I put this into the document, my InDesign document, I place it, and you can place a PSD file right in the InDesign document. If I look at it and say, you know, I did that wrong, it needs to be darker, it needs to be lighter, I need to change something in the file, I can come over here and double click on the little sun. I'm right back to the Properties menu, and I can do this. Maybe I need the sun to be much lower contrast. Maybe I need the whole thing to be much lower contrast. Maybe I need to play with the sliders. Okay? We call this working constructively rather than destructively. That is kind of the essential idea of working in Photoshop. And again, this time when I save it, it's not going to prompt me because it's a PSD file now. And when you go back into InDesign, it'll update the file for you, and the change will be updated. Okay? Give that a try, and if you have any questions, let me know.